This is Shine Valentine back today again with a new episode. In today's episode, I want to talk about an incident that I had, and it is called, the title of the video is going to be called, I Compromised Myself, and here's what happened. Again, I compromised myself, and this is what happened, or here's what happened. I'm gonna name it something like that, right? So I compromised myself, and this is what happened. And you're wondering, so what you mean by compromise? It was not sexual. So anyone clicking on this video, sorry, it wasn't anything sexual. But I wanted to do this video because maybe another black woman, this is particularly towards black women, maybe have experienced this, and you'll see what I'm going to say at the end. So maybe this can be, I ain't going to say inspiration, but we're going to see. So this was dealing with my hair. So as everyone knows, if you don't know, I have natural hair. And I say natural hair, excuse me, let me throw that out the window. I wear my hair in its natural state, the way it grows out of my head, just like white, Asian, Hispanic women, for the most part. 99% of them wear their hair the way it grows out of their head, meaning they wear it in its original texture. They might color it, they might cut it, but they're not putting a curly perm in their hair. If their hair's straight, they wear it straight. They might, if it's wavy, they might still flat iron it, or they just wear wavy or curly. So my hair, this is how I wear it, is how it grows out of my head. This is the curl pattern that I was giving. Okay, so that's what I mean by natural. Just like so white women wear their hair natural, and Asian women wear their hair natural. Everyone wears their hair natural, but a black woman wearing her hair natural is such a big freaking deal. But anyway, so I wear my hair in its natural state, in its natural curl pattern. And so my hair is, to other people, big. To me, my hair is not all that big. I guess as I'm used to looking at it, it's not that big to me, but to everyone else, it's huge. Okay, oh well. So so anyway, so this was a while ago, but I had a job interview. This job, so where I live at, the city I live in is kind of segregated in a sense. You have a lot of blacks stay on one side of town. You have a lot of Hispanics stay kind of on the same side of town or with the blacks, and all the whites seem to be in the outskirts, like in the suburbs. So, and as you know, the suburbs, you have to have more money to stay in the suburbs. So it's ironic that all the blacks stay in the areas where the rent is low and poverty stricken, and then out in the suburbs the rent is higher and the homes cost more, and that's where the whites are, and Hispanics and blacks stay in the areas where it doesn't, the rent is lower. But anywho, so I had an interview. Now, first I did the phone interview, and then then we were going to do the in-person interview. So over the phone, I talked to the lady. I did the phone interview. I did well. She called me in for an in-person interview. So I knew from talking, well, I'm not going to say I knew from talking to her, but I felt that she was a white woman just from her voice, but I'm not trying to stereotype, but that's what she sounded like, a white woman. And I was correct when I looked up the company and whatnot to understand more about them. I actually did the research before I did the phone interview with her to learn more about the company, and that's when I actually saw that she was a white woman, which didn't matter to me. I don't care. But I looked to see who was the owner and people that worked there, and they all were white. So if anyone knows, look at my old videos. I've been through this 100 times. Whenever I've been interviewed at a company where everyone there is white, I seem to never get the job. I just never get it. So I'm seeing everyone's white, and when I seen the address, the company's out in the suburbs of my city, which is this particular suburbs is probably 85-95% white. So I kept that in my mind. I said, okay, so in my mind, to counteract being discriminated against, because I've been discriminated against so much, okay, I knew that one thing was I knew she knew I was black, okay, basically from my voice, but because of how I answered the questions, because I do good, in my opinion, on interviews, phone interviews, and in person, she still felt comfortable bringing me in for an interview. She had other candidates. So I knew, okay, no, I'm black, but once they see my hair, I knew, because in interviews, a lot of times they're staring up at my hair. So how did I compromise myself? Let me get to the point. I compromised myself by trying to wear my hair as flat as possible. What I did when I washed my hair, I used Kinky Curly Knot Today leave-in conditioner, and I use castor oil. Now castor oil, when you use a lot of it, can really weigh your hair down. And so the first couple days after you wash it, your hair can get pretty flat. flat maybe to my standards, but to other races it probably still looks big, but to my standards it looks like kind of flat, almost like a Jerry curl. I don't really like the Jerry curl look. I like big hair. So my hair was the flattest I ever had. It was way down with castor oil. It was super shiny, which it was pretty, but it was just super stretched. You know, I use a little bit of heat. I don't own a flat iron. I use a handheld dryer, and I just kind of like hold my hair taut, and while I'm drying it, I put the heat on it to dry, and it gets a little bit stretched, but it never gets straight, and I'm not going for a straight look anyway. So my hair was stretched out way down, as flat as I could get it. It looked super flat to me. So she said she wanted the interview to be a local coffee shop. So I get there, I'm dressed professional, skirt, heels, I have my leather binder, winter coat, looking professional. I walk into the cafe and everyone turns and look at me. Everyone turns to look at me. It was maybe about 2 black people in there, but it wasn't that many of them, but it just seemed like everyone turned to look at. Hold on one second. Let me plug this up. Everyone turned to look at me. And also you have to understand something. I'm tall. I'm 5'8", and when I wear heels I'm like 5'10", and I have, big hair. So I walked in, everyone's kind of looking, and then she was sitting down. She said, "Oh, are you, Cheyenne?" I said, "Yeah." So we shake hands. We sit down. Now I'm almost a foot taller than this woman. And so we sit down. She said, "We're waiting on the other 2 people to get here." So the owner, I had the interview with her, the owner, and like the co-owner. And so yeah, brought my resume. Me and her sit down, talk for a while. So as I'm talking, manager, I wear makeup. My hair's, in her opinion, big. I'm fixed up. She's more plain looking. She had a little dress on, but like kind of hair, no makeup, just kind of plain. So as we're talking, she said that, oh, she drinks coffee. I said, well, I don't drink coffee, so I'll just get some water if I'm thirsty. And she just seemed to be really intrigued that I didn't drink coffee. And it's almost made her feel uncomfortable. So I think a lot of people, especially a lot of whites, maybe drink coffee. It's like it made her very uncomfortable that I didn't drink coffee. So then other 2 men come. And of course they were white, the owners. And the owner, this man owns multiple businesses. And during the interview they were saying part of my job description will also be maybe to take his car sometimes and run errands and do stuff like that. And I just had a feeling like I didn't feel right about the interview. I didn't feel right, and not because anything to do with me, it was about them. I felt that they felt uncomfortable around me. And I felt it was because I was black. I don't know how else, I don't know how else to put it. And so I did all that to stretch out my hair. Imagine I didn't fly or anything, but I just put a lot of castor oil in and everything to weigh it down. And the man I seen the owner, he was talking to me, he kept looking up at my hair. I'm thinking to myself, my hair is pretty flat. But to them, I know my boyfriend told me, he said, to you, your hair looks flat. But he said to everyone else, it looks big. So, which is a beautiful thing, So he kept looking up at it. Sometimes during the interview, they will have like a silent, they ask me if I have any questions. They'll try to think of things to ask me, and it'll be like a little pause and silence, and I will try to jump in there and keep talking. And now one weird part of the interview was the guy kept asking me where I stayed at. Now understand what I said previously in this video. The city I live in is kind of segregated. Most of the blacks and Hispanics stay in the city where it's more, run down, ratchet, and then the whites stay in the outskirts, more so in the suburbs. So he kept asking me where did I stay at, and multiple times, even though my address was on the resume, I brought my resume. He was looking at my resume, and they just kept staring at me. I said, well, I stayed X, Y, and Z. I said, well, I'm kind of bad with directions, and they really wanted to know where the hell I stayed at. They wanted to see that I stayed in the suburbs around them, or was I from the city? What did it matter? They kept wanting to know where I lived at, because in their mind, okay, what kind of Negro is she? She got her hair natural, but she's articulate, and she's been to college, but what, she's dressed fancy, but what's going on with her? So finally, when the interview was over, the one guy left and he took the resume, and then the owner and the woman was left with me. So we all put on our coat, and me and the owner started talking about the library in this certain part of the city. And I said, oh, I go there all the time. And we were having a good conversation, and the woman, the white woman sitting there, she had an annoyed look on her face, like she wanted me to go away. And then the owner gave me a second handshake, because he shook my hand when he first got there. And then as we got to talking and getting to know each other better and kind of vibing good, he shook my hand again. And she didn't shake my hand again. She just put on her coat and said, okay, bye. And so something about me made her uncomfortable. He was looking up at my hair. They probably know how to take me. So then after that, I emailed her and I said, thanks for interviewing you guys. You guys seem pleasant, blah, blah, blah. She didn't respond back right away. Now, after we did the phone interview and I did a follow-up email, I remember she emailed me back right away saying, oh, thanks for the follow-up. And we want to do an in-person interview with you. Okay. So then this time when I got home after the interview, I did a follow-up email to say thanks for interviewing with me and hopefully I'm a good candidate, blah, blah, blah. I didn't hear anything, and so like a week or two later she sends me an email saying they went with someone else. Now why am I talking about this? I compromised myself by trying to change my hair and it got me nowhere. So this is basically more of the story. I compromised myself by trying to make my hair as flat as I could to accommodate a bunch of people that would never accept me regardless. And I want anybody listening to this video to know, to my black women, that there is no need to compromise yourself, because it's not even the hair that they don't like. They might use the hair as a reason why your hair is too big or you got dreads. They'll use that, but really the hair is connected to you. The hair is connected to your brown skin, your wide your wide nose, your big lips, your dark eyes, your brown skin. That is what it's connected to, and that is what they truly don't like. Now, of course, their hair is different than ours, so them seeing it. But think about this for a second, everyone. Why is someone's hair looking different than yours? Why would that bother you? Think about this really logically. Why does someone's features being different than yours bother you? Why is because someone's color is different than yours bother you? It's because it signifies something. That's a very insecure person. Only a very insecure person would care that you wear your hair different than theirs, or would care that you look different than them. Because if you truly love how you look and how your hair is, that's a very jealous, insecure person. Follow what I'm saying? That's a very jealous, insecure person that will want you to wear your hair like theirs and to bleach your skin and look like them to make them fucking feel comfortable. Do they not understand we live in a world with different races of people who are tall, short, brown, yellow, beige, straight hair, long hair, wavy hair, but some people in this world, they want everybody to look the same to make them feel comfortable because they're insecure about something. So I compromised myself by trying to stretch my hair and wear it down with all this oil, and I got nothing out of it but a broken heart, because I really wanted that job. That job was paying decent. It was a decent paying job, and it was something I was going to do while I have some other things I have going on, and it was actually at the time a part-time job, and I was in school, and it was a lot of things going on with me, so I really wanted that job. It was in a nice area. It was things I wanted to do in that area on top of I was in school. So for me, that was the perfect job. You understand? So that was taken from me. This is my opinion, because they felt uncomfortable with me. I could feel their energy. I could feel it. And every time I would feel that negative energy coming from, not negative, but uncomfortable energy from them, I would just keep talking and trying to build rapport. I was answering. They could not interview a person better than me. My interview skills are awesome. I know how to speak. I know how to talk. I know how to, you can throw me a question. I know how to answer it, to flip it to make me come out on a high end. I know how to do that. And that's why, and to prove it, she would not have, after the phone interview, she wouldn't have called me in for an in-person interview had I did poorly during the phone interview, because I did great. I know I was the best candidate for that. When she looked at my resume, my skill sets, my degree, all this stuff, how I interviewed over the phone, in person, but the only way I would have got that position, I feel, I could have got it as a black woman, but I had to be a certain kind of black woman, a very plain Jane black woman, preferably with my hair straight, pulled back in a ponytail, no makeup, maybe some pearl earrings, some pants like slacks, flats, and a coat, and talk very, very, talk kind of through my nose, and just, I have a friend that they probably would love that kind of meets that description. And I'm not that. I am a confident black woman who is not going to change how she looks to make you feel comfortable. Okay, because I don't ask white women to change when they're around me. Would I like to see white women with curly hair, afro and dreads? Actually, no, because they look ridiculous on them. So I don't want them to look like me, and they should not want me to look like them. Why does this person have to change how they look to make you feel? Why is them wearing their hair straight? How does that make you feel more comfortable when they're black? And it's not about the hair, everybody. It's because you're black and that hair is attached to you. And how can I prove it? How can I prove it? If white people had our hair, the curly tight hair that goes easy into afro, the dreads, the braids, and we had straight shiny hair, straight limp shiny hair that don't move, I promise you, mark my words, they would hate straight hair. And all us black people would be trying to, if we would go to an interview with straight hair, they would keep staring at it, and they would want us to basically wear dreads, braids, and afro. I promise you, just flip the hair, because anything that's connected with some of them, anything that's connected with them is how it's supposed to be. Some of them don't want anybody else to look different than them. They don't even want, some of them don't even want other races to exist. Because I don't understand how, if you see a black person, you know they're black, their hair is different than yours, their complexion is different than them. Why would you expect anything other than that? And why would this confuse you? Why is seeing their hair in its natural state such a big deal to you? And yeah, you might not be used to seeing it, because a lot of black women don't wear their hair in its natural state. But at the same time, you can see this is what my hair looks. You can tell this is not a wig. So you know this is how my hair grows out of my head, but yet it bothers you. And I got a sneaky feeling that woman, I think the owner and the co-owner was kind of, on the fence about me, but I think she was the one to put the nail in the coffin. Like, I don't really think she's a good fit, because as me and the owner started talking more and getting along, she like I said, she had a funny look on her face. And when I left, he shook my hand again, but she didn't. I didn't put my hand out for her to shake it, but she just, how she was kind of like, yeah, go away, put on her coat. And something about me made her feel uncomfortable. Okay, I think she swayed them to not get. They already probably felt slightly uncomfortable. I think with her, she swayed them all the way to the left. And I knew once she did not return my email, I mean, this is how much I made this woman feel uncomfortable. When I did the second email, she did not even respond after that. It was almost like immediately after that interview, they like, no, she's not a good fit, all because my fucking hair is big. So basically, I compromised myself, I compromised my hair, and I got nothing out of it. It was no point of me trying to weigh my hair down with oil and do all that to make them fucking feel comfortable when this is what I look like. So this is to all the black women: don't ever compromise yourself to appease anybody else, because you're gonna lose in the end. I promise you, because that is truly who you are. Okay, you can't change what you look like. You really can't. Unless it's gaining or losing weight, that's about it. Now you could change your hairstyles, but why would you want to change your hairstyle to appease them when your hairstyle is connected to you? Especially if it's like your hair texture. It's one thing if they don't want you maybe to wear, like, dye your hair blue or something, or dye your hair blonde, because it's one thing if they say we want you to wear your natural hair color. I can understand that. You shouldn't get mad about that, because they're not trying to get you to change who you are. They just want you to be who you are. But when a person want to take who the hell you are from you, something that you were born with, like your fucking hair texture, that's the hair that grows out of your head, then that person has a problem with you overall. And so I compromised myself and got nothing out of it. So there's no point of you compromising yourself. Because let me be an example to you. I compromised myself and got nothing out of it. I still didn't get the goddamn job. I did all that and washed my hair the day before and did all that and tried to stretch and put tons of oil in it, and it still didn't matter, because the whole interview they was looking up at my hair, because to them my hair is still super big to them, even though my hair is not even all that, but to them my hair is huge. Apparently, because their hair is so flat and limp into their head that anything that has any volume to it, it's like a saucer. And so what if it's big like a saucer? That's how our hair looks. So get over it. If other races have a problem with our hair, they have a problem with us, because the hair is just a target. That's the way for them to discriminate against you without saying it's because you're black. Oh, it's your hair. Wear your hair straight. But how's wearing my hair straight affecting you? Like, if that's not what my hair looks like naturally, why do you want me to wear it straight? Ask yourself that question. You want me to look more like you, but then you are racist. Anytime a person takes somebody who don't look nothing like them and tell them to mold themselves to look like them, they are racist, and they can't even stomach looking at somebody who looks different than them. And that's disgusting, and I don't want to ever be around anybody like that. So that interview, that had me messed up for a while. I remember when it happened, I was sad for like a week, because it was something like that kept happening. I'm like, man, it's all because of my hair. I mean, it's all because I'm black on top of my hair. And you know, it's almost like saying you have a defect. Being who you are is a defect. That it's almost like saying God made a mistake on you black people by giving you curly hair. And I want to say something about the curly hair thing. Black people, while we're going around calling our hair nappy, do you know whites do not look at our hair as nappy? They think it's they call it curly. Our hair is curly, and they look at it as curly. How I can prove it? I seen a incident with a black guy and a white guy. They got into an argument, and the white guy said, well, I could kill you and get away with it. And that was really messed up. And he said, you curly head bastard. That's what he said to the black guy. And the black guy, I think, had dreads in his hair. So when they look at our hair, they see it for what it is. It's curly. Our hair is curly, everyone. Our hair is not nappy. Get that out of your vocabulary. Stop saying that. That is a derogatory language that we use towards our hair. Our hair is beautiful and our hair is freaking curly. Okay. Everyone can tell our hair is curly, but we call it nappy. It's not nappy. I don't know what nappy is. I don't know what the hell that is. I know our hair is curly. Tightly curled. That's what the hell it is. They're curls. You wet your hair and you look at it, take it strand by strand. It's a curl. Okay. So I just want to say to my ladies, don't ever compromise yourself, because in the end, you might not get nothing out of it anyway. And I compromised myself and got nothing out of it. So if the result's going to be the same, why even change? If the result is going to be the same, why compromise a part of you that is you to appease somebody else, when in the end they still not going to give you what you want, or they're going to still discriminate against you anyway? Don't ever compromise yourself for something, because in the end you might not get what you wanted anyway.